Hello, and welcome back to our Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We've already been streaming for about hour and 20 minutes. We took a quick 5-minute break because the Seattle Kraken have officially announced their team. We've switched streams, and now we're back with Swimming in the Deep End 2022-2023 San Jose Sharks. Season continued. Jeff, we have started the year off terribly. We are 1-5-0, and there is, of course, the distinct possibility we may not even survive this stream and get fired. So we're going to be talking about what's going on in 2022 here, what happened in Seattle now that they've announced. We'll also be keeping an eye out in case any trades are announced. And Jeff, anything else?
Apparently a rumor going around that they may be trying to flip Giordano already to another team, possibly the Rangers, although that may be just the New York media making stuff up. We'll see. And we were wondering how the Seattle pick in the real draft, Alexander True from San Jose worked out in this game, in the San Jose game that we're playing right now.
I just pulled him up. Right.
He was a throw-in to get the
Berger.
Yeah, Carter Berger, who's also not really worked out that well for us.
He's doing
but
okay.
He's done basically nothing in Florida. Played 16 games over two. Oh no, that's just the start of the season. So 13 games last year. Okay-ish year in the AHL. And looks like he's been. Oh no, he started the season in the AHL and he's been called up, but hasn't really done anything yet. So
yeah, and Berger's helping to boost our defense. So taking a quick look here, and just to check, we have the Seattle Kraken who are now in year 2 of their game. Do we have any names that are overlapping? That's what I'm curious about. Taking a look at Seattle here. Look at their depth chart. My gut says no.
Not seeing any so far, although I'm seeing a lot of guys who were exposed in the draft. Barclay Goodrow, Ovechkin, obviously, Thomas Tatar.
Yeah, nobody's jumping off in this game. So, just funny things that happen. But yes. All right. I was just curious. Apparently, Seattle only has 2 goalies under contract. That's flirting with danger. All right.
Yeah, they're going to have to, they'll probably sign a third by the time oh no, this isn't the exhibition season. I'm surprised. There should be a safety check in there that they have to sign at least a third. That's odd.
Okay, well, good to know. We're just going to kind of play through a couple of these games as we continue to talk. And if you're in the chat with us, whether it's in our Twitch channel of twitch.tv/OOTP Developments or watching us on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, feel free to, talk out and tell us what your feelings are versus, or what you think, how you think Seattle did in the draft. So we just actually picked up a 3-0 win on Arizona. So that's not a bad way to start the stream. We have Jake Bean on our team who was exposed, but they didn't sign. And so Killorn scored, Jake Bean scored, and Tristan Robbins scored. So I guess I didn't actually look at our team. So if you're wondering how San Jose looks, is we look drastically different. And oh man, we just got 2 guys hurt. Alex Killorn and Matt Nieto got a gluteus strain. So we're going to need to call somebody up here because we need to replace one of those guys, and we're currently carrying 2 defensemen. So who's coming up on forward?
Is anybody at there 2 stars yet? Gushchin is.
Well, Connor Zary is our Gushkin. Weisenblatt is too.
Kind of nervous about calling up Zary. He's off to an okay start when he struggled in the AHL the first couple of years.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just leave that alone.
You know what? We're going to call up Ozzy Weisenblatt and give him a shot.
5 assists in his first 9 AHL games.
All right. Killorn is coming out and going to be replaced with Weisenblatt. Nieto is coming out and going to be replaced with Gregoire, who's on the roster. And we're going to send Matt Nieto to the injured list right now. And we'll just leave Killorn sitting there on the bench. And yes, I guess we too have Hayden Fleury on our team. All right, continuing on here. Interesting player on waivers. Nobody we're picking up. And so, Jeff, is the NHL draft on Friday?
First round.
Yeah, okay. Like, my brain is just kind of half off.
And then the rest of it on Saturday?
Yes. So there is a distinct possibility that there might be a stream on Friday, too, as we play and kind of mess around with things. Or it might not. Might take it off, too, and just enjoy things. I'm not sure. But I'm keeping the possibilities open. All right. Player needs to be assigned a number. Ozzy Weisenblatt wants 19. He can have it. Game versus Chicago. Again, so Weisenblatt is coming in on the 4th line. Gregoire jumped in on the 1st line. Really? We had Killorn on the 4th line?
Yeah, 4th line row. Well, I mean, we got natural center. We've been trying giving Robbins the 3rd line time.
All right, I'm not here to complain. And Sergei Bobrovsky loses for Chicago. I forgot he got moved there. So, all right. So that's all right. However it works doesn't matter to me. And we actually pick up 2 wins to start. I'm actually feeling a little bit better about myself. That's good. 6 points on the year now. 2 games within 500. Wow, Jonathan Huberdeau is off to a quick start. 16 points in what, 9 games?
He actually had 16 by in his first 7, 13 assists.
Very impressive start. Jake Bean's at 75%. You know what? Maybe we're going to pull him out for this game. Give him a rest, and we'll put in Fleury. Or do we want Cal Addison coming in? No, we'll put in Fleury. And, all right. Quick sim again, and we lose 3-1. Darn. Give up a lot of shots, too. 29 shots. Fleury's coming right back out. And it was Jake Bean who was out, so yeah. Ferraro's down to 64%, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. And, oh man, we've slipped all the way down into second last, just ahead of Anaheim.
Well, tied with 3-way tie for last, really.
What do you... I'm trying to make you feel better about the Vancouver Canucks, Jeff. Come on.
No, they're a mess in this game. For some reason, they let Demko go. They're gone with Braden Holtby, and Philip Grubauer is the other goalie, but not really having this good as he turned out in real life, at least at this point. The D is kind of a mess.
Okay, so just news in here. Apparently, trades can't be announced until 1 p.m. tomorrow.
So we won't hear anything until then. And
yes.
I'm guessing Giordano will be somewhere else by that point.
Yeah, it's possible. Now, I don't always agree with all the things he posts on Twitter, but Don Lazumkin, I don't know how you spell his last name. It's got so many letters in it. Don from The Athletic, as he calls himself on Twitter, says, in terms of draft pick value, Vegas earned 14.3 wins from side deals in the expansion draft. If Seattle actually netted 0, that's a huge misstep for them. Or is it more teams are learning that they shouldn't have gave up everything and just take the hit of the one player loss, which I'm pretty sure a lot of teams did. Game versus Columbus.
Well, apparently, Seattle was pretty active in the last couple of days before the draft trying to make deals, so we'll see if anything came of that. But
while they kept such a high price on stuff, I think it scared people away.
Yeah, I'm liking, as a Canucks fan, what I'm seeing from the Kraken so far.
Well, you can't hold people hostage and then expect them to do things. And wow, Jake Bean, great game. 87 game rating, 79 offense, 92 defense. That is impressive. 2 assists was a +3. Love it. Love every minute of it.
Oh, was there something you were going to do with scouting? I vaguely remember last time or was that our other game? I seem to remember we noticed a hole somewhere in the scouting where we were getting.
Wasn't our draft wasn't looking maybe as good as we could, so let's take a quick look at that scouting. Everything's blue. Still blue. Still blue. Okay, we only have a 19 in the Baltic and Ukraine. Do we need to add another scout there? Southeastern Europe is only 19 too. So maybe we should add a scout there.
Looking for some of those Turkish players, are you?
I don't know, man. Come on, I'm not.
No, that covers the Balkans too, so there could be a Slovenian in there.
Okay, so how about
Hungarian?
This guy's good. Andres Liatis, hire a scout. Okay, that boosted us to 2020. Rest of the world. We're not great in the rest of the world, so let's hire this. All right. Not making big jumps there. Not very good scouts in the rest of the world either, though. So let's just take a look at Western Europe and look at our priorities here. We should put international tournaments as the number 1. All right, so kind of look there. Yeah, Sweden, Finland's number 1, 2. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Tommy Lee 67 in the chat says Canucks fan here too. That's too many Canucks fans.
Hey, can never have enough Canucks fans.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Just waiting for see the Canucks Twitter response to Seattle saying they're the best city in the Northwest.
It's assuming they're not all sleeping right now. And Wallstat picks up the win. Woo, 39 saves. Pick up a 4-3 victory.
Is that Wallstat's first win in the NHL?
I don't think so. But I could be wrong. Let's take a quick look at the roster screen here. Oh, maybe it was. It was his first one. Yes.
Canucks Twitter didn't take the bait from Seattle. They just put up a nice message saying good luck to Cole Lind.
Yeah, makes sense. What else are you going to say?
Yeah.
We didn't want
maybe the Portland Trailblazers will have something to say. They're in the Northwest too. May not be hockey, but still.
Yeah.
Jets looking pretty good in this game.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the one thing. I'm really sorry to see Mason Appleton go and just personal experience. Because I really liked him, but he is only 2 years away from unrestricted free agency. He's on a $900,000 contract this year, and then 1 year, and then free agent. And they got a couple guys who can probably move into that. Like Christian Vesalainen will have a chance if he can find a way to become maybe a little bit more of a grinder. Or Jansen Harkins is a guy who's kind of been fighting for a spot like that. So maybe if he takes that next step, he'll be there. And there's a couple guys on the Moose who are going to have a chance. And so that's easier to replace than a right-handed defenseman who played very well when he got put with Josh Morrissey. And I really hope they keep putting him with Josh Morrissey, unless they find somebody who's going to be even better. Which is why I also think Winnipeg could have made a move for Mark Giordano.
I don't know about that. Maybe it's a move you make if you're at the trading deadline, if you're sure you're going to contend this year.
I think if they got a decent off, like, is Giordano left-handed? I can't even think.
Left, yeah, pretty sure.
So if they had him playing second pairing minutes with Neil Pionk, I would be
left-handed, but he tends to play the right side, if I remember right.
Yeah, so I mean, he could be left-handed, play with Neil Pionk, or left on the right side with Morrissey wouldn't be the worst thing. And all right, a few more things. Oh, development report. Let's go back to that. Man, nobody signed Jake McGrew. He's just sitting there in free agency. And that's fine. He will stay there. Jeff, remind me. So we talked about the upcoming draft. What position are the Canucks drafting in?
9th.
Right. So what do you feel like they could get at 9th?
It's really hard to say because after the first 2 or 3 picks, there's a lot of uncertainty, and I think we'll probably see at least a couple of guys going a lot higher than they should have gone. So there's potentially somebody going to filter down to us, but then the question is, what do we actually make the right pick at that point?
Okay. And Jake Bean got to 3 stars. Was he at 3 stars at the beginning of this? I can't even remember.
I don't think so. Hang on. 2.5. So he has gone up 1.
Connor Geeky, again, we actually drafted him. 2.5 star potential in this. Although I think he's maybe rated a little bit better in the next.
Yeah.
He only went in the 5th round with us. I don't know if he has a good year this next year. He's going to increase his draft stock a lot.
Yeah.
He was a top first round pick in the WHL. Yeah. Also, speaking of which, did you see the other big CHL news today, Jeff?
No, what was that?
TSN and CBC signed an agreement to broadcast a bunch more CHL games.
Oh, okay.
Overtime loss. And that's in Canada. So if you're watching this and you're like, what are you talking about? So the CHL is the Canadian Hockey League. Yes, there's other leagues called the CHL. But that's the one we were referring to right now. And we
getting back to the draft, so I mean, the ideal situation is somehow Luke Hughes dropping down to 9th so we can pick him, but I don't think there's realistically any chance of that, even if I think Bob McKenzie has him at 8. But I think he'll probably go top 5, top 6 the worst.
What do you think they need to draft the most? Because I would think they almost need to draft first. Also, did you see the wild rumor that if Montreal had lost Carey Price, they were going to go hard after Elias Pettersson?
Yeah, can't see that happening.
Well, if they had lost Price. If.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, the Canucks would have matched whatever they did for him.
I don't know. If you got 4 first-round picks.
Yeah, but there would be no patience in Vancouver for another rebuild.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum,
I mean, Betting's actually drafted pretty well, but even then, I still wouldn't want to do that.
Board confidence. Our owner is ecstatic that we went 5-6-1. Okay. I'm a little
All
bit
right.
surprised by that, but hey, okay, I'll take it.
Low expectations, but good enough.
I will take whatever break we can get. Yeah, so I don't know. That's interesting. Like,
Where are the Jets drafting?
Jets draft 17th. 18th, I guess, technically, because Arizona's in there too, but they're not picking,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's 17th.
definitely a drop in quality at that point.
Well, there's talk of who they could, and on Reddit was one, and it's possible like Carson Lambos is in
That's
that
what I was
area.
just going to say. Yeah, that would be a nice one to pick up.
Yeah, other than he's a left-handed defenseman, which I don't know they really need.
He's
There are
only 18, though. It's going to be 2-3 years away at least.
Yeah, but I mean they have other left-handed guys in the cycle. Okay, so Killorn's back, which means we can put Weisenblatt out and replace him with Killorn.
And do we want to get him back down to the AHL to keep
Well,
him
we got a guy
playing
hurt
time?
right now anyway, so Konechny is hurt with a hip pointer. So
But maybe better to bring up. Well, do we have anybody that's more of a veteran? We've all the guys in San Jose.
No, we're
going to
just throw.
Barracuda are young guys.
We're just going to throw Weisenblatt into that and see how he does. He put up 3 points in 5 games, so he jumps off the fourth line right wing to move into the fourth line center. Like that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Just shifts over. All right, game for Chicago here. Again, we're going to sim through this because, well, it's the beginning of the year, and we win 8-5. Ooh. Zach Dean, 1 goal, 2 assists. Jake Bean, Timo Martin, Thomas Hertel, Jake DeBrusk, Ryan Donato, Anze Kopitar shorthanded. Justin Robbins, Zach Dean scored the 8th goal. All right.
How are the Barracuda doing, by the way?
Let's take a quick look there. They are 7-7-1, so very much mimicking us.
Yeah, very young team too.
Yeah, so how are they doing in stats? Okay, Carter Berger is actually leading them with 13 points in 14 games. So not bad there. Knitsev has 10 points in 15. Yeah, when your defensemen are leading, it's a little bit scary. But there's some guys
Berger's definitely off to a great start. That trade may work out yet.
Okay, what I am pleased is Giovanni Valetti, who we signed as a free agent, has 4 points in 12 games. So that's nice.
Not bad.
And Theo Rocher, who was an overage draft pick for us, has 4 points in 13 games. So, all right, yeah. And Nate Bastian, who we signed. Who just
One
got
thing
drafted.
if Berger really breaks out this year, that gives us lets us make a trade from
A position of
maybe
strength.
one of our, because we've got carrying a lot of the defensemen on the roster right now. We've got a very deep top 6.
Well, that's because we had nobody on defense, so we started trading for as many defensemen as we could get. P-Wog showed up and said, "Gonna have to watch the video of Vidam." Demand for the most part. Thanks for coming out, P-Wog, and we appreciate your support. This video, of course, will be archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OTP Developments. And of course, if you're watching right now and you don't have the game, Franchise Hockey Manager 7 is now on its off-season discount for the low price of $19.99 USD. And continuing here, Florida continues just to walk over a lot, and we've passed Seattle for the moment. We'll see how long that holds. Okay, Jason Dickinson in this game is with the Islanders. Where did he just get traded? Vancouver? He just got traded to Vancouver. Right?
Yep. We got him right before that. He was basically the last guy we protected. Not a bad pickup, I don't think.
No, I like that pickup. A lot of guys on waivers.
Although it looks like in this game he's played the last couple of years in the beer leagues.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're leaving Sorokin in because both of our goalies are tired after that 8-5 game. And so, can a burning hot Sorokin hold on? And the answer is no. We only get one goal on Ottawa and Philip Gustafsson and lose 2-1. Claude Giroux's in Ottawa. Okay.
Odd place to retire, but they signed him as a free agent, I guess. I remember he was a free agent.
I would guess he.
Yeah, they're giving him $7.8 million for a single year, and he's the captain of the Senators.
Shocker.
I mean, he did play across the river in Gatineau when he was in junior. So that would kind of make sense if he wanted to wind up his career there.
All right, Matt Nieto is ready to come back in, so he'll come to the active roster, which means we can take, and I got to think here, Nieto's coming out for Gregoire. Okay. I'm still kind of, how's Weisenblatt doing? 3 points. What did Gregoire have? 3 points. Okay, we're going to send Weisenblatt back down and move Gregoire to center there for right now. Nope, wrong guy. Weisenblatt, get down to the minors. All right. And we continue. So, Jeff, let me ask you this then. So, Tarasenko doesn't get drafted, yeah. So, where do you think he ends up?
No idea, but probably not St. Louis, I guess.
I would imagine it's probably going to happen at the draft, right? Like, if you're going to make a move, you probably want to do it sooner rather than later.
You would think, yeah. Don't think the Blues would want to move him within the division, so.
And we lose versus LA 3-1. Put up 43 shots. Not great defensively from us. What's going on? Ooh, Pulak did not have a good game. 52 defensive game rating.
He had been playing pretty well up to now, though.
Yeah, that was just maybe an off night for him.
Well, Ryan Merkley, an even worse game, -2 and 49.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to get him, but I'm sure. Oh, you know what? Here's what I was going to talk about, Jeff, because I kind of forgot about this. Yeah. And what did you think about the Andrew Ladd trade? Because we haven't talked since that happened.
I don't even remember what the deal was.
The Islanders sent Andrew Ladd 2 second-round picks and what's the word? Conditional third to Arizona. For nothing.
Presumably some sort of future considerations.
Nope. Nope. Not future considerations. It was literally and approved as nothing. I didn't even know this was possible. But yes, nothing is the correct answer.
So just for taking Ladd's cap hit, apparently.
Yes. Which is...
I mean, he didn't. He played one game with Bridgeport last year in the AHL.
Yeah, he was hurt.
4 games with he's... So...
But I mean, literally nothing. I didn't know that was possible. Is that possible in FHM? Because I really don't know the answer to that.
The AI couldn't do it with itself. No, there's got to be something on both sides. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, so because there was some argument going, well, no, they must have got future considerations. Nope, no future considerations. Was literally nothing.
It's been the last couple of years, the restrictions we thought were on trading, like no players to be named later, and deals like this one that we assumed were there just don't seem to be all of a sudden. I'm not sure what's going on. If there's been, some of the league has said something to the teams that, hey, you're allowed to do this stuff, even if it was implied before that you weren't. But I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of it.
Well, you know what also people are not a big fan of, or NHLers at least? That the schedule is being released and there is no Olympic break. Because the league and the IOC have not made an agreement, which is something I said could easily happen, which might mean that there will be no NHLers at the next Olympics. It's very possible.
And then we have to take it out again. But, I mean, that's on the IOC. It's, the NHL is the show when it comes to hockey, and you should be cooperating with them.
Yes, so that is something to be paying very close to attention. And you can send those angry complaints to no one. You can come chat with us on our Wednesday night streams right here on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments or twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, and we'll listen. But we want it to be accurate. So when the NHLers aren't there, which I said could happen a long time ago, and it's looking more and more likely all the time. 4-1 win versus Seattle.
The other big trade this week, getting back to that, actually two trades, I guess it really was. Ryan Ellis heading to Philadelphia, and the Flyers giving up on Nolan Patrick.
Yeah.
And then Nashville just flipping Patrick immediately to Vegas for Cody Glass.
Yeah, lots of Winnipegger movement there.
So, I mean,
I don't know so
the
much.
way Patrick played last year after coming back.
I don't know it's so much they've given up on Patrick so much as both sides wanted a fresh start, and they have enough forwards kind of coming that they don't really need him. So getting Ryan Ellis is kind of a nice boost. I'll be interested to see if they're finally going to trade away Shane Gosbear, though.
He was unprotected in the expansion draft, so
yeah. But I mean,
think,
you look at their defense. I mean, especially with Ellis now, you got to think he's on the move.
Yeah, doesn't really fit.
And even at that, they might have a couple more moves too. So,
I mean, he wasn't terrible last year. It wasn't his biggest year points wise. I mean, he bounced back reasonably well, I think, from disappointment the year before that. But
not disagreeing. Zach Dean picks up another goal. I like it.
What are we at now? I'm almost to 500.
He is Zach Dean has 2 goals, 8 assists for 10 points in 18 games. We are currently 8-9-1.
Carlson has 10 assists already.
Yeah, so I care about the rookies or rookie-ish guys. So it's interesting to see. We're actually in 3rd place right now in the Pacific, which I don't think is going to last because everybody's kind of slammed behind the first 2 teams. 27, 26, then drops down to 18, and then to 14. And we slipped from 3rd to 5th now because everybody else got 1 point ahead of us. And another game versus Seattle, so hopefully we can continue to make up some ground here. Matt Nieto is tired, though. Can we get... Oh, Konechny's back. So let's get... I missed his returning, so I got to think here now. Gregoire has converted back to a center, which is why I couldn't see him. So Konechny comes back in. We're going to take Nieto out, though, and we're going to put Gregoire in to give him a break to see if he can get back up to 100% or close to it. We're going to actually give Wallstad the start here versus Seattle. Try and help build his confidence. And he picks up a 6-0 shutout. All right, Wallstad.
Yeah, seems pretty confident to me.
Perfect. Boom, boom. And Timo Meyer's gone for 9 weeks. the herniated disc. Ew. So, okay, let's make a plan here now. Do we want... Oh, man. 4-star guy. Do we want to just put Gregoire in, or do we want to call somebody up?
Just put Gregor in.
Ozzy Weisenblatt had 3 points in his time up. Gushkin has not done much. He's only got 5 points in 18 games. That's disappointing.
Well, still his rookie year, though. He's actually got 4 in his last 10 because he only had 1 assist in his first 8 games.
Yeah.
Connor Zary still doing okay?
Yeah, I was just looking at him. He's got 15 points in 19 games now.
Oh, nice. Okay, so he is finally making it work at the AHL level.
Yeah.
So he may be ready by the end of the season.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what to do here. I guess we're going to have to... I guess we'll have to look for somebody on waivers then, because I really don't want to call anybody else up. Okay, hold on a second here. So, Meyer is our second line. Okay, so we're actually going to take Killorn and replace him with Gregoire. And then we're going to take Meyer and replace him with Killorn. And then Meyer's going to go to the injured list. Right, he wanted a big contract too, so we were going to let him walk. I'm just taking a quick look. Nobody's on waivers. Okay. And we're at least at 500 at 9-9-1. Yeah, I've kind of actually lost all track of all the movement that has happened, and not just because of like the trade freeze.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think with how good Vegas was to start, I think everybody else kind of got scared of overdoing things. So it won't surprise me if there's not actually a lot of trades.
Sure, we'll see something by the morning, whenever they announce what Seattle did. But I mean, you would assume that the guys they had, showing up on, taking pictures in uniform today won't be going anywhere. So Eberle, Dredger,
Tenna? Well, he had a video of something. I don't know. I'm assuming he was there.
Yeah.
And
You notice Giordano isn't in that group, though.
game versus... Yeah, DeBruska's only at 72%. Peter Mrazek's in Buffalo. Interesting. And we get a shootout win? Nope. Just an overtime win. 5-4. Robin Pollock scores. Killorn scores. DeBrusk scores. Kopitar scores. Now, we got DeBrusk in a trade for somebody. I don't remember who it was.
Ferentz, the defenseman that we... I think did we get him as a free agent, or... No, we got him in a trade, I think. Oh, no, we did get him as a free agent. Signed, he was a third rounder by Nashville. He never signed with them, so he was a free agent coming out of college.
Oh, okay, right.
And we had him in with Barracuda last year and had a fairly good season.
Okay, so let me just see here. We got to call somebody up. Jake DeBruska's at 56%.
What about Kotkov? He started fairly fast.
You know what? Okay, we got a back-to-back. Let's just get this game through and see if we can survive it. We're going to put Cale Addison in for this, though. We'll see how he does. But after that, we might have to call somebody up. Yeah. And 7-1 win over Calgary. Ooh, yeah.
Okay, that worked out well.
So what happened?
Wallstedt gets another win, and Carlson a couple more points. Carlson seems like he's back on track this year.
Killorn's working well. Cale Addison picks up a point. Jake DeBrusk scores, even though he's tired. Zach Dean scores. Hurdle scores. All right, like it a lot. Cale Addison, 2 assists in 1 game played. Dude wants to be in the lineup, but we just don't really have room for him. He's up to 2.5 stars, too. All right, I'm going to put Hayden Fleury on the trade block just to see if we do get an offer for him. And we will continue here. Who was on waivers? Oh, Sam Bennett. Yeah, we're not picking up Sam Bennett's contract.
I just shopped Fleury in my game, and mostly like middle round picks offered back.
That's not bad considering he's on a 3-year deal.
Yeah. Sebastian Aho offered by the Islanders, but that's not the good Sebastian Aho.
The other Sebastian Aho.
But you have not 4th or 5th rounders.
I wouldn't mind taking a 4th rounder back, but then again, if we run into injury trouble, we kind of need him. Yep. But if we just kind of leave him on the trade block, we might get something of interest too. Rather than just shopping.
Yep.
All right. Game versus Winnipeg here. Okay, Jake DeBrusk is only at 68%, and we got back-to-backs. So we got to call somebody up. So who are you asking about?
The Russian. Kotkov, yeah.
17 points in 20 games.
Yeah, so fast start for him.
Yeah. Just taking a quick peek at the other names who are top.
And he did pretty well, 38 points in 74 games, and what's basically third line minutes last year.
Yeah, so we'll call him up. He's at 73%. We'll give him the night off for the moment. And we'll just push DeBrusk through on the beginning of the back-to-back. And we lose 5-1 to Winnipeg. Put up 37 shots, but they put up 47. All right, so let's quickly...
Oh, the Jets got William Eklund in this game.
Yes. Who were we taking out again? Right, DeBrusk. Zach Dean has improved on left wing. 12 points in 22 games. Can't ask for much more than that from a 19-year-old rookie.
Yeah, mid-second round pick, working out pretty well.
Sorry, who did you mention before? Yes, we can still see Patrick Laine is still on the Jets.
Yep.
Cole Perfetti's there too, doing well. Eklund. Yeah, 11 points in 20 games.
I think this is, since we started this right at the beginning, we were shortly after FHM 7's release, and Eklund's draft stock rose way up over the course of the offseason to the point where he's probably a top 5 pick now. And the Jets actually got him at 30th in this draft.
Yes, despite the fact he is a 5-star talent. So, as we see. So it's unlikely he falls that far. And I guess we didn't talk about the other big NHL news too, with the Nashville draft pick, whose name is suddenly I can't think of. You know who I'm talking about?
Nope. Who he would?
Well,
happened?
he came out as the first gay player.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I thought you were talking like a first round or something. What's his
No,
name?
third rounder, I believe he was. Played for the Calgary Hitman, whose name I just drawing a complete blank. 6-3 loss. Ah. To Vancouver. Surprising how that happens.
Luke Prokop.
Yes, Luke Prokop. I didn't want to get his name wrong,
Yeah.
so thank you for going and finding. But yeah, that's pretty big news for being the first player under an NHL contract to announce that.
Yeah. Good for him.
Indeed. All right, so we need to get Kotkov out of there and get DeBrusk back in the lineup. All right, and continuing.
How many points has Carlson got so far?
We'll take a look at the stats after the next game. How's that sound?
Yeah. He seems to bounce back really well after a disappointing year last year.
Oh, he's got a better defensive partner with him this year. Oh, okay. Maybe that was the thing. Okay, I got to check the stat or check something too. Thanks for reminding me. Manager options. Okay, yeah, I didn't have I had the training set to myself and I forgot to switch it. So maybe that was one of the things you were thinking of. 32-year-old Sergei Plotnikov is on waivers. KHL guy. I don't think he was ever drafted, was he? Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
It was a CHL import pick.
But KHL forever, and then the Bruins signed him as a free agent this year, 32 years old.
Yeah. 2 assists in 15 games. I don't think that's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, I don't think that's anybody we want.
Okay, DeBrusk up to 84%. He should be fine for this game. Leave Sorokin in net. See if he can get back hot again. And he does get warm, but we get shut out 4-0 versus Calgary.
Oops.
Not great.
So I assume still has Giordano in this game.
It's a great question. Let's take a look at their roster.
Yeah, it looks like they do.
Yes, he is there. 39 years old for 2 more years.
Along with Brent Burns, who's 37, and we traded to them.
He's had 8 points in 22 games. Interesting.
So we really need to get that contract out of there and wound up getting Connor Zary, who's turning into a pretty good prospect in return, back for that.
Yes, well, that was a surprise. Getting him, I mean. It was too good of an offer not to pass the cup. And, all right. Jake Beans at 67%. Okay, hopefully we see a few more guys recover a little more. All right. Oh, Kyle Oposko is on waivers. Well, I don't want his $6 million contract.
He had 15 points last year.
Oh, wow.
Does he have any at all this year?
Don't know, don't care. Actually, I said we were going to look at stats, and then I never did.
Oh,
of course,
yeah, right.
we didn't score anything, so that's why. I'll look after the simulation gets cut up here. And we shall take a peek. So the draft is Friday, July 23rd, 24th. Free agency opens on the 28th.
I think so, yeah.
And there's no tampering period this year. Legal tampering period, anyways.
Yeah, like normally the last week of June would be. Trying to figure out how to get that into the game too.
Well, no, it's not going. Well, it's not going to be there anyways. They agreed on it. Thomas Hertl has 21 points in 24 games. Carlson has 18 in 24. Jake DeBrusk then has 15. Yeah, we're not getting a lot of secondary scoring.
Well, a little bit. Kopitar, Donato, those guys are on track for about 40, but you would like to get them a little bit more. Although the young guys, Robbins, Dean, about 0.5 points per game.
Yep. But you can't really
Nieto's scoring a little bit more after a disappointing year last year.
Even Shaka's got 7 points in 24 games too. So.
Oh, Ryan Merkley is not having a good year.
He is not. Minus 12. Who's he playing with? Nope, that's not the right button.
And actually, looking at from he started in his last 18 games, he's only got 4 points and he's minus 10.
That's rough. And game versus Anaheim. Come on, Sorokin. And we pick up a 2-1 win. Awesome. DeBrusk scores power play. Kopitar scores. And all right. Game versus Florida. Huberdeau just signs an extension, so we'll see how good he is in this game. And we pick up a loss. 6-1 loss. Ouch. What happened? Zach Dean scores the only goal for us. Making it 5-1 in the second period. And boy, that's a lot of red.
Ouch. Yeah. And Ferraro and Bean had an okay game, but everybody else.
Yeah.
And it wasn't one line in particular getting lit up, just everyone did poorly. Fortunately, though, the bottom half of the division is pretty bad.
Yeah. And the other division isn't great either, so maybe we still have an outside shot at a playoff spot.
Still kind of embarrassing that we're behind Seattle, though.
Whatever, we do what we can. And we lose 3-0 to Edmonton. Come on, guys. Kraken finished in first, or with first star.
47 saves.
November scouting report, or scouting update. Connor Bedard is unsurprisingly still the number one. How's Bedard doing, actually? 48 points in 28 games. Shocker. All right, Wallstadt's going in. Actually, Jake Bean's down to 60%. Whatever, play this game. And Wallstadt picks up another win, 3-2. Was a shootout. Varlamov stops. Okay, seriously, Varlamov gets the number one star for 43 saves. Okay, I guess that makes sense. 956 save percentage, and he still loses. Merkley gets the game winner. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th round of the shootout. Maybe that'll help get him back on track. And continuing, all right, we are 3 points behind Seattle, yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're one game under 500, I guess. So, okay. Riley Kidney, who was one of our draft picks, was named one of the top players in the queue. Even though they're 4 games under 500, too. 29 points in 23 games. Good for him. And development
pretty
report.
good movement over last year. How was Arnsby doing in the OHL?
I'll take a look here, as I'm assuming he's on the development report. He's going up in leadership, shooting range, checking, and he's got 27 points in 21 games. Awesome. And a goalie we took who's back in the CCHL, not great, improved on his passing skills. So, all right, he's working on something. Carter Berger goes up a little bit more again. He's got 21 points in 28 games. Nice. Xavier Bouchard, 6 points in 20 games. Gushkin goes up again too. David Hrenak. All right, Alan McShane, 15 points in 28 games. That's good to see. Weisenblatt has 10 points in 19 games. Okay. All right. Okay, was Jake DeBrusk at 3.5 stars before?
Yep, he was. He's 26. That probably isn't going to change much.
Yeah. And Anze Kopitar goes slightly down, which is fine. Kind of as you would expect.
Yep, and we still got him under contract for another year after this one.
That's fine. Again, we're only paying him $4 million or whatever.
Yep.
If he ends up playing 4th line minutes for us, it's not really that big of a worry. All right, board confidence update. Tells us he thinks this season has been a great success so far, and we are in an outstanding shape. However, our performance needs to improve significantly because we only went 8-8-0. Which,
well, I mean, it's better than we did at the start of the year.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's. Oh, Connor McDavid just got injured. He's gone for 9 weeks.
Good news for us.
He broke his hand. All right. Yeah, too bad we're not playing a bunch of games versus them. Jake Bean still at 74%. Come on, man.
Now we're carrying 2 extra defensemen. Got guys.
Yeah, and we get shut out 3-0 just because you said that. All right, so we're going to take Jake Bean out and replace him with Addison and see how it goes. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. All right, game versus Toronto. Wallstat's going back in. Sim it out, and we lose 6-3. Ugh.
Haven't even been close lately.
Interesting player on waivers. Whoa, there's a bunch of guys on waivers. Including Nikita Zadorev. Oh, that makes me sad.
Give Lennox, yeah.
Christian Vesselin. Did you see the other news there that came out about him? Was he died protecting the other goalie and his pregnant wife?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Gone way too soon. All right. Well, we're actually just about over an hour time here, so maybe we'll just
Yeah, so we are.
kind of see how this is going here. I mean, we're 2 games under 500. Frustratingly difficult. Bean's back up to
4 games under 500 to start this, so we clawed a little bit back, but
yeah, we'll replace and put Kotkov in for this game. Take Cale Addison out and put Bean back in. All right, Sorokin's in net. And we actually pick up the win, 3-2. All right. Came back down to actually win that, so that's good. Zach Dean has converted to left wing. Well, we needed some guys to move over, so glad they could. All right, so while we continue to sim this forward, I'm going to start doing the outro. Jeff, sound good?
sounds good.
All right, so thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments, as well as twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager. And of course, watch our twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager for other special streams, like there could possibly be one this Friday. Although if you're watching on YouTube, you'd be past it, or there might not be. I'm not sure yet. 2 days is a long time away. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. We can find a link to our official Discord as well in the top right hand, or in the Twitter profile, sorry. Getting the parts mixed up. It's been a while. I don't usually have to think about this too much. And then, of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums, where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager 7, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, Out of the Park Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, any final thoughts?
No, well, it's been an interesting pick for Seattle. We'll see if they make some moves by tomorrow. If not, I think they're in for a challenging first season in the league.
Well, they have to get to play Vancouver a bunch of times, so it shouldn't be too hard for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no, it'll be interesting to see, and I'm looking forward to the draft and free agency to see how things go. So we'll be back, at worst, we'll be back next Wednesday to discuss all those things and look at how free agency has started as well, I believe. Yeah, so there'll be lots of things to talk about. We will return, of course, with our It Lives Cincinnati Stingers game, which we're in. What year are we in, Jeff?
81-82.
182. There's another win for us here. Oh no, but Jake Bean just got injured.
Yeah, we got plenty of defensemen to cover for him at least.
Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing.
What?
I accidentally replaced him with Carlson. Do that. I meant to go to Addison. Okay, fixed. Kotkov's coming out as well to be replaced with DeBrusque. Well, I remember this. Yeah, so we'll be back as we continue to build out the WHA and discussing all things NHL as well as we go forward, because it's middle of July, Jeff. This is typically what we're doing, right?
Yeah, it'll be nice to get back to normal next year, I hope.
Yeah, normal. Sure. Yes. Great words to use. All right, so... okay. Just before we go, we got a trade proposal here. So let's see what the trade proposal is. We have 21-year-old defenseman Noah Beck for Noah Gregoire. No. Noah Beck's interesting, I guess.
But we've already got better defenseman prospects in that, much better. So
yeah,
he'll be like the fifth guy in with the Barracuda. So no, pass.
Yes, pass all day long. All right, so thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week.